Hey everyone, I am Erin and I'm going to be the teaching assistant for Dr. Madiak for this fall for FNP1. And I just wanted to hop on here to give you guys a quick tutorial on how the Sakai layout is going to work, especially because they just did a big update to Sakai a few days ago. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you and we'll get going there. All right, so you should be able to see my screen. When you come on here onto FNP1, you can just click the chevron to see the drop down of information. And the first thing you're going to see is overview. Our class is going to be in person this semester, and I will see you on Thursday at 8 a.m. So I'm excited to see you all again and meet new faces, and I'll just be there for your first class to make sure everything is going okay for you. Okay, so then under course information, you're going to see the course schedule and the syllabus. The course schedule is going to be updated before school starts one time. I'm working really hard on making sure all the assignments are on there with the right dates and all your iHuman cases are on there properly. So that will be updated once. And thank you so much for your patience. Next, you're going to see over here is two main folders we're going to be working in this semester. First is clinical requirements, and then the next one is the weekly lesson topics that you will need to come in and refer to throughout the semester. And please take a good look at both of these tabs before the semester starts. All right, so under clinical requirements, you can click on the main page and kind of see all of the subpages here, or you can click on them on the left. I'm going to go into the first one, clinical site documents. This is where you're going to find all of your documents that you need for your clinical site, including your clinical hours log that you want to get signed at the end of each shift, and your clinical eval tool for midterm and final evals, as well as your clinical preparation form that once you get to your clinical site and you get onboarded and onto their charting system, you can use to look at your patients for the next day and prepare for so you're ready to go. Okay, then there's also some information you need to read here under charting systems and just some SOAP note templates you guys can refer to and use. I'm sure you have some from last semester that you already kind of got going on yourselves. Next subfolder is going to be essential links. So these are important links that you guys are going to need for all of your FNP classes all the way through FNP4. So we know that this is a lot right now, and we understand you guys are just in FNP1. This is just the beginning of letting this information really sink in, and we're not expecting you to be professionals on all of this at this point. So these are all links to your for your smartphone over here, like apps. And what I do is I have on my iPhone, I have a separate work focus. And when I turn that focus on, then all of these apps pop up for me while I'm at the clinic. There's also some online resources for your bookmarks bar that you are going to need time and time again throughout your FNP classes. So just start building, your folders with your tabs in your bookmarks bar now. I have one that's called guidelines, and I have another one for practice tools where I would put like this ASCVD risk estimator. So just be aware, time and time again, these are the same things you're going to be referring to throughout the rest of the program. Okay, then over in Typhon is the system that we use to document all of our clinical hours. And I'm going to be making a video for you guys on how to use that, and I will post it down here before the first day of class. And once you get your link to log on, you can set up your default choices on Typhon and just come right back here to refer to this information on how to do that. If you haven't gotten your link for Typhon yet, Please be patient. It takes coordination with Dr. Schwenk, Jenny Bolin, Dr. Madiak to get all of these kinds of things out to you guys. So as soon as you get it, you can start to set it up, but don't be worried if you haven't gotten your link yet. Same kind of thing for iHuman. You know, we need to make sure that we have the system all set up for you guys and ready to go. So you will get an emailed link for iHuman when it's ready to go. And I'm going to post the iHuman schedule on here. And this is where you can go to get all that information when it's ready. And we are working very hard to get that going for you guys so that you don't have to wait. We also will be doing Derm for primary care this semester. These are really helpful modules on dermatology conditions and lesions that you'll see usually daily in primary care. Derm is one of the most common things that I encounter on a day-to-day basis, and you're going to get really good at looking at a lesion and determining, you know, if it looks like something that needs to be punch biopsied or not. So next is going to be Smiles for Life. There's no information loaded on here yet. These are just going to be some like dental hygiene modules that you guys will do independent study, and they're not very long. Next is Grand Rounds. This is going to be your only presentation this semester. You can come on here to sign up, but you're supposed to do it on a patient that like a patient case that you've had this semester, and they don't start until week 6. So just take your time, you know, get started in clinicals. If something interesting pops up, come click on here and sign up for it. You've got quite a few weeks to decide, you know, what you're gonna do. For oral case presentations, you will be doing 2 of these with partners, privately with Dr. Madiak, and this is just to ensure that you guys are able to give good oral case presentations to your preceptor at your clinical site. So it's intended to help you guys make your case presentations more concise and impactful. For the Barkley 3Ps, this is a assessment that we're going to be taking this semester. It takes quite a long time and has many questions. It just kind of helps identify where you're at with your clinical knowledge. The grade that you get on this test is not a grade you're going to receive in the class. This is like a check mark item. Everyone's going to get 100% for participating in it. And we'll give you the login information for that when probably the day before or the day we take the Barkley's test. And again, please do not stress about this. There's absolutely no pressure with this test that we do. Next tab is sports physicals. You can come on here to refresh your memory on what is included in a full sports physical by watching this video with Dr. Jump. I would encourage you to take the opportunities PLU presents for community-based sports physicals or the ones that they even offer at PLU, because you can count them as hours towards your clinical hours that you need for this semester. Okay, next one is OSCEs. You guys can't see that one yet, and we'll get to it more later. This is just kind of goes along with the midterm and final exam, so you don't need to worry about it right now. So next we're going to open the weekly lesson topics. And you can, again, click on the main page here and kind of see all the contents. I've only released the first week to you guys because honestly, I'm still building information for you on the following pages. So I have completed week 1. There's 2 parts to week 1 and 2 parts to week 2. Part 2 is asynchronous learning. And I understand that it's a lot, but this is just information we want you guys to get so that you can get a good, strong start at your clinical site. So we're kind of very heavy at the beginning of the semester, and things do kind of even out as time goes on. So when you open your first week, you're going to see the same layout every week. At the top here, we'll have class PowerPoints that should be ready and available for you guys to pop open. Objectives here, and these are really pertinent because they are usually focused on what kinds of questions you're going to get on board exams and things that you can look at for board prep. Okay, next category is going to be required readings, and then there will be a task list for each week. This is not something that's graded. It's not an assignment. These are just things to kind of help you keep your brain organized, because when I took FNP 1, I had to make sticky notes for myself with the list of things to do every item, because there are so many of these little tasks that we need to be working on every single week. Like eye human, derm for primary care, a soap note for your clinical faculty. So it's just a lot to remember, and I'm trying to help you guys out by just putting a task list in. The next thing you'll see at the bottom of each page is your online resources. I understand that this looks like a lot and it can be overwhelming, but just like I said before, these are all links that you're going to use again and again throughout the rest of the FNP program. And we just want you to start getting familiar with them now. These are also resources you're going to use when you graduate, and you have to look things up independently on your own and figure stuff out. So again, you're going to want to bookmark any guidelines or important pages in your bookmarks bar. You know, on some of the articles, you can scroll through and use your snipping tool to snip out, pertinent tables or infographics. And I just paste those into my OneNote where I can find them easily while I'm at clinic. We also will offer some additional videos and trainings you guys can look into. And on this first week, that first one was all pediatric focused. And then here are some older intro to 772 voiceover PowerPoints and videos for you guys to watch if you want a little bit more. So week 1, part 2 is going to be asynchronous. And again, you'll see the PowerPoint here, objectives that are really pertinent and helpful for thinking about board prep. A whole bunch of required readings. For me, when I was in FNP 1 and I would see something like this, I would tend to kind of skim these chapters and make note of pertinent tables and charts and take note of those. There was also one book that I preferred over some of the other books. So just understand that we know this is FNP 1 and we're just trying to get this information to just start sinking in, and we know it's a lot and we don't have, unrealistic expectations of you guys. So just skim all this and do what you can with it. And please, please look at these online resources again. These like the CDC, STI guidelines, you're going to need to bookmark that in your bookmark folder. Same thing, community acquired pneumonia updates from American Family Physician. You'll find out that we refer to that profession a lot throughout the program. They have really great information and updates. And, of course, the GINA and GOLD guidelines, you're going to need to bookmark those. We're going to use them again and again, even in this course. So that's about everything I have for you guys right now. Just know I'm working really hard on getting the iHuman going, some additional explanation videos uploaded for you. And I'll see you in class, the first day of class at 8 a.m. So excited to meet you all and hope you guys are still enjoying your break.